This is a ceremony honoring you and all that you have meant to us here with Extension, PD Rec, to the citizens of South Carolina. You are a godsend, and I think everyone in here could have at least 1 to 10 stories about all the good that you have done for them. Today, we are establishing this garden for you in your honor, for all the work that you have done, not only for Clemson Extension citizens of South Carolina.
Service berry. And I guess, I don't know who chose that, but I can't think of a better tree to honor somebody with the service you've given. Matter of fact, our Rotary Club, I'm a member of, the motto is service above self, and I think you fit that very well. Matter of fact, a shining example of that. This service berry is, if anybody wants to know, it's Amelanchier arborea. And it's grows about 25 feet tall, but it fruit in June, which is a good time of year. This tree has color or interest just about all season. In the spring, it has white flowers. And then, of course, the summer has the fruit in clusters, sort of like blueberries. And then the fall color, guess what it is? What color it is? Orange. What'd you think? Just like your coat there, Tony, Clemson orange. And it does have a little yellow in there with it, but it's a beautiful tree. Well, what an example you've been to all the people in the agriculture and horticulture industry, especially for Clemson Extension. We're so thankful for the Clemson Extension service and what they've done for our community, for our industry, and certainly for you in allowing you to serve us together. But you know, this tree is in the rose family. A lot of you may not know that. But as I said earlier, not only does it bloom white in the spring and fruit in the summer, but it has that pretty fall color. We're going to be thinking about you all the time we come by here and see this pretty tree and watch it grow with the rest of this garden.
I think if you look around this gathering, Tony, you can see how much we think of you and what an impact you've had on this organization. So I can't think of anybody in Extension or at Clemson University or in agriculture that's given as much of themselves to their profession and the people of this state as you have. And so you've been a mentor to so many extension agents. Don't know how many bosses you've had since in your 40 plus years with Clemson, more than you probably want to remember. But I'm happy to have, I don't consider myself your boss, never have. I've learned far more from you than you've ever learned from me. And so I just appreciate you always been supportive. When I came in, you helped me out and taught me things you probably don't even realize you taught me, about how to be an extension agent, most importantly. And so many of our employees have learned that from you over the years, some of them that are still with us and others that have moved on. But nobody deserves this recognition more than you do. And we can't thank you enough for what you've done for us, and so happy that you're still going. We wish you were still with us, as I know you do, but you got more important things to take care of right now. And we're all behind you, praying for you, and we love you and wish you nothing but the best. And so glad to see you today. And congratulations for this beautiful honor, and thank you for all that you've done and meant to me personally, but to Clemson and South Carolina as well, Tony. It's really impressive and means a lot. So thank you very much.
Tony is dedicated to his family, and he talks about his family a lot. The other thing, Tony Melton is the most humble person I've ever met in my entire life. It's always yes, sir, no, sir, thank you. No matter if you give him a biscuit, he's going to thank you for it. Now, the other thing about Tony is he likes to eat. And if y'all have ever been with him anywhere, he's first in line, and that plate's about 3 times higher than it should be. And he still stays slim and trim because he works so much. But your service to others and the way that you treat everybody, it doesn't matter if Tony Melton is talking to a homeowner who has one little rose bush. He makes that person feel just as important as when he's talking to Kemp McLeod, who is on a multi-million-dollar farming operation. His ability to take care of people, his ability to appreciate everything that he's ever been given, his ability to have a desire to make the place better is evident in what Tony Melton does. And Tony, I can promise you, Clemson Cooperative Extension Service is a better place because of Tony Melton. Not because of Michael McManus or Corey Tanner or Tom Dobbins, because you have been part of our family for so long, and what you have done, you have been a shining example of the way things should be done. So thank you very, very much. So at this time, Michael, would you take the cloth off? And it says, in honor of Tony Melton, in appreciation for Tony's lifelong dedication and service to Clemson University Cooperative Extension Service, PD Research and Education Center, September the 9th, 2011, all in. And so, Tony, here is the same thing put on, and everybody, a lot of people here sign this for you to take home with you.
I've been the director here almost 9 years now. And when I first got here, I had this idea that I wanted to try to spur some farm to market, some more vegetable work, some high value marketing to serve the tourist industry around here. And I found out about Tony Melton, and not knowing any better, I asked him if he would maybe do some vegetables over here on some of the worst land we had. And I didn't realize I was giving him a second full-time job. He epitomizes everything I think of it when I think of an extension agent. He's knowledgeable, he's friendly, he's going to come do it. He's going to put down anything else to go to serve a customer that needs his knowledge, and I'm very grateful. He took on a personal project to try to get us some warm weather butter beans. He's been working on that for a number of years with a few others. And they're still, we recently replanted, so we get another season on them this year. You know, we're just so glad that he's been here, and he's going to have a long-lasting legacy well beyond this tree, I hope, and this, you know, the brass sign and all of that. Because of his work on vegetables, other people have noticed and thought that PD ought to be doing some work on vegetables, and we are now in the process of hiring 2 brand new faculty positions, one in vegetable breeding and one in vegetable pathology, to be located here at the PD Rec. And that is really all entirely due to Tony's efforts. So I'm so grateful. I'm grateful to have him around. He and I are almost exactly the same age, and I've been calling him old man. I realized he was my age. But I'm just proud to have you and consider you a friend, and you've done a lot for me and the PD Rec. So thank you very much. And with that, I think you get to say something.
I'm the most blessed person on the face of this earth. Thank you, Lord. I come from, like Dr. Dobbins said, barefoot and picking cotton and butter beans on my granddaddy's farm in McAfee. Through working with Kemp McLeod for so many years, and I've been brought up from the poorest of poor to got to go to Clemson University. E.B. Earl led me up that way, and just really it was amazing when I first got there and saw the university. We've always thought when I was growing up that Clemson University was our salvation. It was a part of what was going to make our lives much better. It's Clemson University. And I know that Clemson University has done so much for the state of South Carolina, and they're going to keep going with good folks like we have here. They're going to keep going. They're going to keep telling and working and helping and getting farmers to do much better and keep going in South Carolina, because we really truly need Clemson University's help and assistance and knowledge and everything that goes to Clemson University. You know, as a county agent, I didn't never work for Clemson University. Or anything I've ever done, I never worked for Clemson University. I worked for you people of South Carolina. And that's why I did. You know, I work for people. And that's the way we need to think about it. If you're working with Clemson University, you need to be working for people of South Carolina. You need to be helping people and being there. You know, I was nothing, but I'd assist to the people of South Carolina. And anything they ever needed, that's what I tried. And that's what we need to do as a university and as an extension service to do the things that will give people of South Carolina a much better life. And I just thank y'all so very much for being here. It just has blessed my heart so much. I just can't, it's just above my dreams, and that I have come from where I came and have come be nothing for me, but for the people of South Carolina. That's where we need to be. We need to think about people of South Carolina every day that we work. I thank y'all so very much for coming.